here I am in my Forever Storage account. And we're basically going to start at the top and then work our way from left to right. And the very first thing I see at the top is my ambassador. That's one thing I want to talk to you about here in the very beginning. Your ambassador is going to be your greatest friend and greatest resource as you begin using your Forever Storage account. Your ambassador invited you to this call. So one of us may be your ambassador, or someone else that we work with might be your ambassador. We work with lots of ambassadors around the country and even globally. And they are the person that you need to go back to after this call if you have questions. And they're, like I said, will provide for you that one-on-one training that you need and any additional help. So to find your ambassador's information, you simply click at the top of the screen. There'll be a drop down and your ambassador's contact information is right there for you at your easy glance right in your Forever Storage account. Okay, now the next line, this is the Forever website line, Forever. You can see here there's different pages in the Forever account. So you can learn more about storage, digitizing. This is if you have physical photos that you need to digitize, or VHS tapes. Becky was talking about slides, reel-to-reel film. It's very easy to order a Forever box and have that digitized and uploaded right into your Forever Storage account. We'll talk about streaming. We did another one of these workshops in the fall where we taught you how to use Create and Print to make great print projects. You can do that right from your storage account. We're not going to review that today, but you can come here to make all kinds of wonderful, beautiful projects. The other thing I just want to mention today is the last thing is the deals page. So that's a great page to check out. That's all the different sales going on at Forever. So that might be a page that you might want to check out occasionally. Okay, so the next little grouping here of icons starts with a magnifying glass. And this is basically if you were going to look for someone in Forever that you might want to be friends with or see if they have a public profile. That's a little more advanced, so we're not going to really be going over that today. I just wanted to define that magnifying glass for you. The question mark is Forever support. So Forever has an awesome support team. You can always email them at support@forever.com with technical questions or any questions really. And then they also have an 800 number, 888-FOREVER. But they have great resources in here as well. If you had specific questions and you wanted to look for a resource, perhaps it's a video or a step-by-step card, you could go right there to do that. Your cart is if you're purchasing something, maybe you've created a photo book or you're ordering a Forever box, you can just click right back into your cart there. And then the bell is for notifications, if you have anything to be notified about in your storage account. Okay, so next is these three lines and my avatar or picture. Now, no matter where you are on the website, you can always come and click the avatar picture and it's gonna revert you back into your storage account. So always go and click on that. And then the three lines on the side will open up the panel that takes you into your Forever Storage account. So if we open up that panel, you'll see a couple of things. First of all, you're going to see how much storage you have left in your account. So I clearly have used 91% of my 270 gigs, and I can always add more storage by clicking Add More Storage. And that's the nice thing. You can always add more storage when you need it. Then we're going to scooch down here and look at account settings. So these are just some basic information in regards to your account, but I am going to highlight just a couple things that I think are important for you to know as you're beginning using your account. And later on, we can go over additional things, or feel free to reach out to your ambassador if you have any other questions about the things that I'm not covering. But we're going to click on account settings. And these are your basic, change your password, edit your email address, look up your ambassador, how much storage you have. But the two I'm going to highlight today is number one, preferences. And there are 4 preferences in here. I'm going to just go over 2 of them. So one is your friends and family notification. This means, do you want to allow the people that you have connected with as your friends and family members in Forever to be notified when you create new friends and family albums? If you do, you can turn that on. I personally turn that off because I don't want them to necessarily be notified whenever I create new albums to share. The other one that I'm going to talk about is landing page. So when you go to your Forever account or you click on your avatar like I showed you up above, where do you want it to go? You could have it set right here to go right to your library, your albums page, or your profile. I like to have mine on my profile. I'll show you why, but basically it's a picture of you, a little information about you, and then all of your albums. That's my preference, but you can choose whichever you want. The other two that I wasn't going to dig in today because they're a little more technical is the enabling the download of the updated metadata and optimizing original video. If you have questions on those two things, I would just encourage you to click on the blue link here to learn more and ask your ambassador if you have any additional questions. We wanted to keep this workshop pretty basic, and so we're not going to dive into those technical pieces today. And then the next thing I wanted to review with you is preservation settings. So this is really fabulous. This is something that really sets Forever apart from any other photo storage company out there. You get to determine what happens to your content upon your passing. So, you know, this is really set up like photo insurance. You are determining what's happening to your things upon your passing. And I will tell you that our founder and CEO, Glenn Meekum, shares a message about this right here. If you were to click on this link, you could just listen to him, talk a little bit about his vision. But I also want you to know that this is going to be more developed than it even is now. That's something that's really big on the radar for Forever, is to really get in here and develop your options here. And so know that this part is going to be even getting better than it is now. But I will tell you the 3 different options that you have. You can determine if you want your private items, your private content to be accessible to friends and family in the future. You can just determine how many years after your death. Maybe it's 1 year after your passing, immediately after your passing. Maybe it's 25 years. You want to take your private items and make them available to your friends and family. Then you get to determine, maybe you want to take your some content that you right now have available to friends and family and make it public. You know, public search might be a beautiful way to share your stories with the public. And then, and when I say with the public, that means basically it'll be searchable on Google. And then the other thing is you have account managers in your account, and we'll talk about that on down the road too. But an account manager is someone who can come into your account and do work. They can tell the stories behind your photos. They can add tags. They can do some work in your account. So you're giving maybe your child permission to come in and to do some of that. But this is just saying, do you ever want to remove your account manager from your account? So your account is set, locked, and can't be edited and changed, and is there for future generations to see without any editing. Okay, so if I go back over to my avatar, I'm going to click my photo there, and then click the drop down line. One more thing I want to show you on this section is the refer a friend link. This is something that's really interesting. I would encourage all of you to maybe consider doing this. If you use Forever and you realize, you know what, this is a pretty awesome system, share it with a friend, share it with someone else. You have your own link. When you do that and they confirm their account in their email, you will get a $20 coupon to Forever. They will get a $20 coupon to Forever. But the really cool thing is they're also going to get your ambassador to come alongside of them and help them. So their ambassador, your ambassador would reach out to them and say, hey, I see you have a new account. I'm here to help. So we encourage you to do that as well. Okay, and then back over to my screen here, hitting my avatar. I just wanted to review the pages in your account. The library, so this dark blue band that you see at the bottom is basically the pages of your Forever Storage account. And you can access them right across here on the blue band, or clicking those 3 lines right down here as well. So, and I apologize if I'm talking fast. I tend to do that, but you can go back and watch the recording. And I'll try to slow down a little bit too. Okay, so each of these pages that you have in your account do something different, and we're going to be reviewing all of those today. The library page is the page where basically everything is always kept in your account photos, videos, audio files, and documents. You can always go back and find everything in the library and search them there. We're going to talk about that. Albums are the place where you keep your stories all grouped together, however you want to tell your stories. Maybe it's by event, maybe it's by person, maybe it's by vacation or type. So you get to determine how you tell your stories. Tags are a way to go back and find your photos later. You can tag for any type of identifier of your photo: person, place, time, period. Print projects are where you keep all of these great projects that you're making, whether it's a card or a calendar or a metal print or a canvas. Friends and family is where your friends and family are if you want to connect with any of them and invite them to your account. And profile is the place where I like to have my account land in the beginning, because it tells my profile. It shares a little bit of information about me. And I can go in and update that by just clicking edit name and bio. And I can always change my profile picture right here as well. One last piece about the profile page is I'm able to view this in 3 different ways. I can say, show me only what the public sees, because you can create public albums if you want to be able to share that with the public. Or I can say, show me my friends and family pages, the things that I'm letting my friends and family come see. Or show me all of my albums. And I can do that right there. All right, so that wraps up my section. And I would like to see if there are any questions that we had come in.
Shelley, we did have one question about metadata, but that's going to be answered a little bit later.
Okay, fantastic. So no other questions?
Hey, Shelley, sorry, before we move on, because metadata is so much later, like that's really Becky where she dives in it. Do you want to give just like a little brief explanation of what it is so people are following along?
Absolutely, that's great. So the metadata is basically the information that goes along with the photo. And it used to be that we'd write on the back of our photos, maybe the date, the name, the location. All of those things can be typed into your Forever account. And then that information is actually attached to the photo. And if you download that photo, that metadata goes with it. The story goes with it. If you share it with someone, that story goes with it. So it's going to stick with that photo permanently online. And